by Volkswagen, Das Auto. It's what the people want. And Samsung HD TV, a new generation of TV.
Majesty of Mount Rainier off in the distance. The snow-capped peak, and the scenery out here is just absolutely magnificent. 41-7, the Huskies finally get on the board. And now Oklahoma will take a knee and start at 20. I want to take you back to last week when the Huskies nearly pulled the upset against 15th-ranked BYU. 2 seconds left in the game, down by a touchdown. Quarterback draw, Jake Locker with 2 seconds left. Now watch when he comes up, tosses a ball over his shoulder, and he was flagged for an excessive celebration penalty. It backed up the extra point, and it was blocked. Here was the problem. Locker goes to the sideline, and here's the public address announcer say, excessive celebration penalty is called excessive, well, excuse me. An excessive celebration penalty is called on Washington. He said, what knucklehead did that? Right. And they said number 10. And he looked down and he said, uh-oh, I'm wearing number 10. He didn't even realize he had done something that could be a penalty. And quite honestly, the officials, I think, hid behind the rule book. They said they had to call it. There was no discretion. That's not true. That is disingenuous for them to say that. There was discretion involved. They made the call anyhow. They changed the outcome of the game, and I think that was just horribly wrong on their part.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the rule is what it is, and I respect that. But, you know, to me, it's one of those deals where it's the exercise the spirit of the law rather than the letter of the law. He was not trying to draw attention to himself. He was not trying to taunt his opponents.
Right.
It was the end of a 17-play drive with 2 seconds left to potentially tie the score. That's the rule, okay? And the rule does say that one of the stipulations is throwing the ball high into the air. Now, what is high? How high is high? He did throw the ball, but I still don't think they needed to make that call.
But those rules allow judgment. Roughing penalties allow judgment. You hear officials say on kickoffs, well, yeah, you can't, as this pass is complete, as they go with a flanker screen, you can't go across the line of scrimmage before the ball is kicked. Watch any kickoff. You'll see 3 or 4 guys who are a half step ahead of the ball, their shoulders across, and the official will say, well, he didn't go that far over the line. So there's judgment involved in all these calls, and you can't bail yourself out by saying, well, he threw the ball up in the air, so we had to make the
Well, I like what Tyrone Willingham said, too. You know, the old adage is you could call holding on every offensive football play. You use discretion of when you call it and when you don't. That's a case where they could have used discretion as well, in my opinion.
And that's just a crushing defeat, a crushing moment for Locker and his teammates, and for the future of Tyrone Willingham in this program. Bradford is still in there. This pass complete to Iglesias. Ball comes loose.
Yep, they're giving it to him.
Washington recovers, and those who are still here are cheering.
Well, this was a case where Iglesias was fighting for extra yardage.
He's saying he was down.
Well, he was close to being down. Now, he was stretching that ball out to try to get extra yardage. The question was his leg or knee down before the ball came out? Now, the ball hit the ground, too, and the ground can't cause a fumble. Yeah, I think he was down. They ruled it a fumble, so they can review it.
Field is under review.
If any other body part other than your feet or your hand touches the ground, you're down.
Yeah.
And it was obvious his knees were down. And when he's stretching the ball, as long as he still has control of it, that doesn't make any difference either. We'll take a look at it when we come back. Possession, they're ruling.